The Amish are masters of simple, practical, and budget-friendly living, especially when it comes to food. From homemade recipes to time-tested kitchen hacks, their way of life is full of wisdom that can save you money, time, and effort in your own kitchen. Today, we're sharing 30 incredible Amish food hacks you'll wish you'd known sooner. These tips will not only transform how you cook but also inspire a simpler, more resourceful way to enjoy delicious meals. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join us here at Minimalist Radin. By subscribing, you'll discover more tips, tricks, and inspiration to simplify your life and embrace practical, frugal living. Oh, and make sure to stick around for Hack 30. It's a true game changer. This intro sets the stage with curiosity, connects to your channel's values, and provides a clear incentive for viewers to subscribe and watch until the end. Number 1. Bringing out flavors with a mortar and pestle. When it comes to enhancing the flavors of herbs and spices, the Amish swear by one of the oldest tools in the kitchen, the mortar and pestle. But before you dive into using this classic tool, there's an important step: curing it. To prepare your mortar and pestle, grind together white rice and coarse sea salt until the grounds run clear. Repeat this process with fresh ingredients, adding a splash of water if needed. Once properly cured, your mortar and pestle are ready to unlock incredible flavors. Using the pestle in a steady circular motion while pressing down on herbs releases essential oils that electric grinders can't match. This simple yet effective method brings out vibrant, fresh flavors that elevate any dish. The Amish have mastered the art of getting back to basics, proving that sometimes the simplest tools can produce the best results. Number 2. Testing egg freshness the Amish way. Ever wondered if the eggs in your kitchen are still good to eat? The Amish rely on a foolproof water test that's quick, easy, and effective. To try it yourself, fill a bowl with cold water and gently place your eggs inside. Fresh eggs will sink to the bottom and lie flat, while older eggs will float or stand upright. This method works because eggs develop larger air pockets as they age, making them more buoyant. The Amish have trusted this trick for generations, ensuring they avoid waste while keeping their meals safe and delicious. No fancy gadgets are needed, just a bowl of water and a few moments of observation to determine egg freshness. Number 3. Keeping herbs fresh like a bouquet. The Amish have perfected a simple, ingenious way to keep herbs fresh for longer. Treating herbs like a bouquet is the key to their longevity. Start by trimming the stems, just as you would with flowers, and placing them in a glass of clean water. For an added layer of freshness, loosely cover the herbs with a plastic bag, creating a mini greenhouse effect. This method maintains the perfect humidity level, keeping parsley, cilantro, and basil perky for days longer. Change the water every few days and remove wilted stems for optimal freshness. Not only does this save money by preventing waste, but it also ensures you have vibrant herbs ready to enhance your next dish. Plus, the herbs double as a lovely green centerpiece for your kitchen. Number 4. Keeping cookies fresh with tissue paper. When it comes to preserving the freshness of baked goods, the Amish rely on an unexpected yet effective tool: tissue paper. To keep cookies crisp, start by lining the bottom of an airtight container with a sheet of tissue paper. Arrange the cookies in a single layer, avoiding overcrowding, and add another layer of tissue paper. Repeat this process until all your cookies are stored. The tissue paper absorbs excess moisture that could make cookies soft and stale. This method, perfected by generations of Amish bakers, ensures cookies retain their freshly baked texture for days. It's a humble yet powerful hack for keeping baked treats irresistible. Number 5. Fixing bitter coffee with a pinch of salt. Ever had a cup of coffee that's more bitter than enjoyable? The Amish have a time-tested remedy that's both simple and effective: adding a pinch of salt. Whether it's hand-brewed or machine-made coffee, this trick neutralizes the bitter compounds responsible for unpleasant flavors. The key is to use a light touch. A small pinch stirred into your coffee pot or cup can transform the brew without overpowering it. This practical fix, passed down through generations, rescues overbrewed coffee and ensures you never have to pour a pot down the drain. Number 6. Tenderizing tough meat with vinegar and broth. Transforming tough cuts of meat into tender, flavorful dishes is a skill the Amish have mastered. Their secret lies in a simple marinade made from equal parts vinegar and broth. This mixture works wonders on cuts like brisket, chuck roast, or pork shoulder. The vinegar's acidity breaks down tough meat fibers, while the broth infuses moisture and flavor. To use this method, place the meat in a bowl or resealable bag, ensuring it's fully immersed in the marinade. Let it rest in the refrigerator for a few hours or, even better, overnight. This process, akin to a spa day for your meat, results in a tender, melt-in-your-mouth texture that elevates any dish. The Amish have long relied on this technique, showing that with a little patience and care, even the toughest cuts can be transformed into culinary masterpieces. These tried and true Amish food hacks, honed over generations, showcase the beauty of simplicity and intentionality in the kitchen. By embracing these techniques, you can enhance flavors, reduce waste, and create meals that are not only delicious but also sustainable. Number 7. Cut onions lengthwise to reduce tears. Chopping onions often turns into an emotional event, even for the most seasoned cooks, and the Amish are no exception. However, they've developed a clever technique that minimizes the tears. The secret lies in how you cut the onion. Start by removing the root end and peeling off the outer papery skin. Instead of slicing the onion any way you please, cut it lengthwise from root to stem. This technique keeps the root system more intact, releasing fewer tear-inducing compounds into the air. For an additional trick, chill the onion before cutting. While modern kitchens use refrigerators, traditional Amish households often store onions in their cool root cellars. These techniques won't entirely eliminate tears. After all, even onions deserve a good cry, but they make the task far less emotional, allowing you to focus on preparing a delicious meal. Number 8. Salt and cold water for easy egg peeling. Few things are more frustrating than boiled eggs that refuse to peel cleanly. The Amish have a simple, foolproof method to solve this: salt and cold water. Start by waiting until your water reaches a rapid boil before gently adding the eggs. This step prevents cracking during cooking. Once the eggs are boiled to perfection, transfer them immediately to a bowl of cold water with a generous teaspoon of salt. This combination causes the egg whites to contract slightly, creating a gap between the egg and its shell. After letting them sit for a few minutes, gently tap each egg on a hard surface, and the shell will peel away effortlessly. This timeless trick has saved countless Amish breakfasts from frustration and ensures perfectly peeled eggs every time. Number 9. Why simmer, don't boil, soups and stews. Amish cooks know the secret to perfect soups and stews lies in the gentle art of simmering. When preparing these comforting dishes, you'll hear a soft simmer rather than the aggressive bubbling of a rolling boil. This subtle difference is crucial. Boiling can toughen tender meats and turn vegetables into unappetizing mush, robbing them of both texture and nutrients. Instead, Amish cooks use low heat to allow flavors to develop naturally over time. Skimming foam and impurities off the surface with a ladle is a common practice, keeping the broth clear and rich. Patience is key, and letting the ingredients simmer for several hours results in a flavorful base worthy of any Amish grandmother's approval. Number 10. Add a pinch of sugar to tomato-based dishes. Tomato-based dishes can sometimes be overly acidic, making them less enjoyable. The Amish have a simple yet effective fix for this: add a pinch of sugar. Whether you're making spaghetti sauce, chili, or tomato soup, a small amount of sugar helps balance the flavors, smoothing out the sharpness of the tomatoes. For an even richer taste, Amish cooks often add a small pat of butter along with the sugar. The key is to start small and taste as you go, creating a perfectly harmonious dish. This timeless technique proves that simplicity and balance are the heart of great cooking. Number 11. Use bacon grease for frying and seasoning. One of the best-kept secrets of Amish cooking is the use of saved bacon grease. Far from being discarded, this flavorful, liquid gold is carefully collected after frying bacon and stored in a clean jar. Traditional Amish families keep their jars in a cool kitchen corner, ready for use in countless dishes. Bacon grease adds a savory depth to fried eggs, golden brown potatoes, and even cornbread, where it can replace butter for an extra layer of flavor. A little goes a long way, as its rich smokiness transforms simple dishes into something extraordinary. This practice reflects the Amish ethos of resourcefulness and frugality, turning every drop of grease into culinary gold. Number 12. Use a damp paper towel to keep salad fresh. The Amish have mastered the art of keeping fresh produce vibrant for longer. Their secret to crisp, fresh salad greens isn't a fancy gadget but a simple damp paper towel. After washing and thoroughly drying your greens, place them in an airtight container and lay a slightly damp paper towel over the top. This creates the perfect humidity balance, preventing the greens from wilting or becoming soggy. It works like a mini greenhouse for your lettuce, keeping it fresh for days. Changing the paper towel every few days ensures continued freshness. This practical, no-frills technique is another example of how Amish kitchen wisdom remains relevant and effective in today's world. Number 13. Mayonnaise in scrambled eggs for extra creaminess. Breakfast at an Amish farmhouse often feels like a five-star experience, thanks to their secret for making the fluffiest, creamiest scrambled eggs. Surprisingly, it's not some expensive ingredient or complex technique, it's just a spoonful of mayonnaise whisked into the eggs before cooking. While the idea might seem unconventional, it's a bit of country wisdom worth trying. The fat in the mayonnaise prevents the eggs from drying out and adds an unparalleled layer of richness that even butter can't achieve. This simple trick has been brightening Amish breakfasts for generations, long before upscale brunch spots made luxurious scrambled eggs trendy. It's incredibly easy to replicate at home. Whisk your eggs as usual, add a spoonful of mayo, and cook them to your preferred consistency. The result is scrambled eggs so creamy and fluffy, they'll elevate your breakfast game and leave ordinary mornings behind. Number 14. Greasing pans with sugar for caramelized perfection. Flour isn't the only option for keeping baked goods from sticking, and Amish bakers have a sweet twist to share. Instead of using flour to dust greased pans, they use sugar, which transforms baked treats into something magical. As cakes, cookies, or sweetbreads bake, the sugar coating melts into a caramelized crust, adding both flavor and texture. The process is simple. Grease your pan as usual, dust it with sugar, and tap out the excess. This technique works particularly well for recipes where a golden, crunchy edge is desirable. Unlike flour, which can leave a chalky residue, sugar melts into a beautiful, glossy crust that enhances the appearance and taste of baked goods. It's no wonder Amish bakers are renowned for their irresistible treats. This small yet transformative trick is just one of the many reasons. Number 15. Toasting spices for enhanced flavor. The rich, layered flavors of Amish dishes are often attributed to their expert handling of spices. The key lies in toasting spices before adding them to recipes, a technique that deepens their flavor and releases essential oils. Whether you're working with whole or ground spices, this simple step is easy to master. Heat a dry pan, no oil needed, and toss in your spices for a minute or two, keeping them moving to prevent burning. The heat releases their natural aromas and intensifies their flavors, giving cinnamon, nutmeg, cumin, or any other spice a new dimension. This quick, seemingly minor step makes a significant difference, elevating everyday recipes into something truly special. Remember, toasting is about enhancing the spice, not charring it. Gentle heat is the key. Number 16. Ice cubes in burger patties for juicy results. Even in the heart of Amish country, resourceful cooks are experimenting with practical modern hacks like adding ice cubes to burger patties. While not a traditional technique, this clever trick is gaining popularity for its ability to keep burgers juicy during grilling. To try it, press a small ice cube into the center of each patty before cooking. As the burger grills, the ice slowly melts, infusing moisture into the meat. By the time the patty is fully cooked, the ice cube has disappeared, leaving behind a perfectly juicy burger. This technique prevents burgers from drying out and ensures they stay tender, rivaling any restaurant-quality version. It's a simple yet effective way to elevate your homemade burgers. Your backyard barbecues will never be the same. Number 17. Pickle juice in potato salad for a tangy kick. If your potato salad ever feels like it's missing something, Amish cooks have a brilliant secret: pickle juice. This often overlooked ingredient can transform bland potato salad into a dish bursting with flavor. Instead of discarding the brine when your pickles are gone, save it for your next batch of potato salad. A splash of pickle juice adds a tangy brightness that wakes up the creamy mayonnaise base, perfectly balancing its richness. In Amish kitchens, where resourcefulness is a way of life, this hack has become a favorite for picnics and family gatherings. Start with a small amount and taste as you go to find the perfect balance. Too much pickle juice can overpower the dish. This simple addition creates a vibrant, zesty potato salad that's sure to become a crowd favorite at any table. Number 18. Soaking onions in cold water to mellow their bite. Raw onions can often overpower a dish with their sharp, pungent flavor, but Amish kitchens have a simple, effective trick to tone down their bite while preserving their crunch. The secret lies in giving the onions a cold water bath. Once sliced, the onions are submerged in a bowl of cold water and left to soak for about 10 minutes. This technique, passed down through generations, works by drawing out the sulfur compounds responsible for the harshness of raw onions. The result is onions that are noticeably milder, making them perfect for salads, sandwiches, and fresh salsas. While the sharpness diminishes, the satisfying crunch remains intact, creating a balanced flavor that enhances dishes rather than overpowering them. After their brief soak, the onions are drained, patted dry, and ready to use. It's a practical method rooted in the Amish tradition of maximizing the potential of simple ingredients. Number 19. Using vodka in pie dough for flakier crusts. The quest for the perfect flaky pie crust can be daunting, but there's a surprising trick that some Amish bakers have adopted: adding vodka to the dough. By replacing part of the water in the recipe with vodka, the dough becomes more pliable and easier to work with. Unlike water, vodka doesn't activate the gluten in the flour, ensuring the crust remains tender rather than tough. The alcohol evaporates completely during baking, leaving behind a perfectly flaky texture without altering the flavor. This modern twist on pie making aligns seamlessly with the Amish approach to baking: simple, clever, and effective. Whether crafting pies for community gatherings or family dinners, this technique has earned its place in some progressive Amish kitchens for its consistently stellar results. Number 20. Stirring egg yolk into mashed potatoes for silky perfection. Mashed potatoes are a staple of comfort food, but in Amish kitchens, there's a trick to elevate them from ordinary to extraordinary: adding an egg yolk. While the potatoes are still steaming hot, a fresh egg yolk is stirred in, allowing the residual heat to gently cook it. This simple addition transforms the texture of the potatoes, creating a velvety smoothness that butter alone can't achieve. The yolk enriches the flavor and adds a luxurious creaminess that makes every bite indulgent. This timeless trick has been a fixture in Amish households, where wholesome ingredients and thoughtful preparation turn everyday dishes into culinary delights. Number 21. Adding apple cider vinegar to beans for flavor and digestion. Beans are a hearty staple in many Amish kitchens, but they can sometimes lead to uncomfortable digestion. The Amish have long known a clever solution: adding apple cider vinegar to the cooking pot. A tablespoon or two of this pantry staple not only enhances the beans' flavor but also helps break down the compounds that cause digestive discomfort. The acidity of the vinegar works wonders, improving the beans' overall texture while adding a subtle tang that deepens their natural flavor. This practical and resourceful approach ensures that beans remain a nourishing and enjoyable part of family meals, embodying the Amish tradition of simple, effective solutions in the kitchen. Number 22. Using cast iron for pancakes with the perfect golden crust. The secret to perfect pancakes, golden brown with crispy edges and a fluffy interior, lies in the cookware. Amish kitchens rely on cast iron skillets, prized for their even heat distribution and ability to maintain consistent temperatures. The skillet is heated until evenly warm, and only a small amount of butter or oil is needed, as a well-seasoned cast iron pan requires minimal greasing. The result is pancakes with a beautifully caramelized exterior and a soft, tender center. Beyond the technical benefits, cooking with cast iron imparts a rustic charm and a subtle, unique flavor. These pans, often passed down through generations, are treasured tools in Amish households, a testament to their durability and versatility. Number 23. canning fresh fruits and vegetables to preserve summer's bounty. Canning is more than a hobby in Amish communities. It's an essential practice that ensures pantries remain stocked year-round. This method of preserving fresh fruits and vegetables allows families to savor the flavors of summer even during the coldest months. The process begins with thoroughly cleaned jars and the freshest produce, packed carefully to leave the proper amount of headspace. Depending on the food, Amish cooks use either a water bath for high-acid items like tomatoes and peaches or a pressure canner for low-acid vegetables like green beans. Precise attention to processing times is crucial, a detail perfected through generations of practice. Properly canned goods can last for over a year, capturing the essence of peak season produce. For the Amish, the tradition of canning is intertwined with their way of life, rooted in self-sufficiency and the rhythms of the growing season. There's nothing quite like the satisfaction of opening a jar of sun-ripened peaches on a cold January morning, a sweet reminder of summer's warmth preserved with care. Number 24. Preserving meat with salt. Before the advent of refrigeration, preserving meat required ingenuity and practicality, and few communities mastered this art as effectively as the Amish. Their time-tested method of using salt remains a cornerstone of traditional food preservation, valued not only for its utility but also for the rich flavors it develops. The process is simple yet effective. Generously coat meat, be it beef, pork, or poultry, with salt, ensuring every surface is covered. Traditionally, Amish families stored the salted meat in wooden boxes or hung it in cool, dry cellars. The salt works by drawing out moisture from the meat, creating an environment inhospitable to bacteria. This method not only preserves the meat but also enhances its flavor and texture over time, making it ideal for creating smoked meats and homemade jerky. While refrigeration has made food storage more convenient, the Amish continue to rely on this ancient technique for its ability to produce deeply flavorful, long-lasting meat. Number 25. Using honey to preserve fruit. Honey, nature's own sweetener, is also one of the most effective natural preservatives. For generations, Amish families have used honey to preserve the abundance of ripe summer fruits, a method that exemplifies their resourceful and sustainable approach to food. The process is as simple as it is ingenious. Fresh fruits such as peaches and pears are coated with a generous layer of honey and sealed in clean jars. Honey's unique properties create an environment where bacteria cannot thrive, effectively preserving the fruit without refrigeration. Over time, the fruit's natural juices meld with the honey to form a delectable syrup that enhances both flavor and texture. This method, cherished long before the advent of modern canning, captures the peak freshness of summer, ensuring a supply of sweet, ready-to-eat fruit throughout the year. Number 26. Ripening tomatoes with brown paper bags. When faced with green tomatoes that stubbornly refuse to ripen, Amish gardeners turn to a simple yet effective solution: brown paper bags. This technique takes advantage of ethylene gas, the natural hormone released by tomatoes as they ripen. By placing tomatoes in a single layer inside a brown paper bag and folding the top closed, the gas is trapped while still allowing for ventilation. The result is a controlled environment where tomatoes ripen evenly. This method has long helped Amish families extend their harvest, reducing waste and ensuring that every tomato reaches its full potential. By checking the bag daily and removing any ripe or spoiled tomatoes, the process yields flavorful, sun-kissed fruit ready for use in sauces, salads, or fresh eating. Number 27. Keeping dough from sticking with flour and oil. Handling sticky dough can be one of the most frustrating parts of baking, but Amish bakers have a straightforward trick that makes the task much easier. The solution lies in combining flour and oil. Start by dusting your work surface lightly with flour, as usual. Then, instead of struggling with dough that clings to your hands, lightly oil your palms before kneading. This dual approach creates the perfect balance. The flour prevents sticking to the surface, while the oil provides just enough slip to keep the dough from clinging to your hands. In Amish households, where bread making is often a daily ritual, this method saves time and effort, allowing for smoother and more efficient preparation. Whether you're shaping a rustic loaf or rolling out pizza dough, this simple yet effective trick ensures a frustration-free baking experience. Number 28. Saving onion skins for broth. What many consider kitchen waste, the Amish see as an opportunity to enhance flavor and reduce waste. Onion skins, often discarded, hold the key to creating rich, flavorful broths. Rather than tossing them into the compost, Amish cooks collect these papery peels along with other vegetable scraps, storing them in a clean jar until they're ready to be used. When the time comes to make broth, these scraps are simmered in water for hours, releasing their nutrients and flavors into the liquid. The result is a golden-hued broth with a depth of flavor that elevates soups, stews, and gravies. This practice, rooted in the Amish tradition of resourcefulness, demonstrates the potential to transform what many overlook into an essential kitchen ingredient. By making the most of every part of their produce, Amish cooks honor their commitment to sustainability and the art of simple, flavorful cooking. Number 29. Soak rice in water before cooking. For those striving to achieve perfectly fluffy and evenly cooked rice, a simple yet transformative step can make all the difference: soaking the grains before cooking. This practice, a standard in Amish kitchens, elevates rice from ordinary to exceptional. By soaking rice in clean water for 30 minutes to an hour, you allow the grains to soften slightly and begin breaking down their tough outer layer. This not only reduces cooking time but also ensures each grain cooks uniformly, yielding a more consistent and tender texture. Additionally, the process helps to rinse away excess starch, which can cause the rice to become sticky or clumpy. In Amish households, where patience and attention to detail in cooking are highly valued, this spa treatment for rice is a testament to the benefits of taking things slow. Whether preparing a simple side dish or a centerpiece meal, this mindful preparation technique highlights how small, deliberate steps can significantly enhance the quality of a dish. Number 30. Honey and apple cider vinegar for a cough. When a persistent cough disrupts your day, the answer might lie in a time-tested remedy cherished by Amish communities for generations: honey and apple cider vinegar. This natural solution is as simple as it is effective. By mixing 1 tablespoon each of honey and apple cider vinegar into a glass of warm water, you create a soothing elixir that harnesses the healing powers of nature. Honey, a natural antibacterial agent, coats and soothes the throat, offering immediate relief from irritation. Meanwhile, apple cider vinegar works to balance the body's pH levels and thin mucus, helping to alleviate discomfort and clear airways. This traditional remedy, embraced in Amish households where natural solutions are often preferred, is a gentle yet powerful way to combat a cough. Sipping this warm concoction throughout the day provides not only physical relief but also a comforting warmth that modern medicines can't replicate. It's a perfect example of how simple, natural ingredients can work together to promote well-being. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the timeless wisdom of Amish kitchens. These simple yet brilliant food hacks have been perfected over generations and are sure to elevate your cooking and everyday life. Whether you're looking to create fluffier eggs, preserve fruits naturally, or whip up the perfect pie crust, these tips are here to inspire and simplify. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with friends and family who love discovering new kitchen tricks. Leave a comment below and let us know which Amish hack you're most excited to try. Be sure to subscribe to Minimalist Radin and click the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos about practical, frugal living tips and more. And before you go, check out the videos on the screen for more ideas to make your life simpler and more enjoyable. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.